Hey guys, we're doing another Assorted Darksiders lore video this week. Our topics today, requested by all of these lovely people, are Hell, the Dark Prince of the Demons, and the Archon of Lostlight.
Alright, first up, let's talk about Hell! As the home of the denizens of the Second Kingdom, the demons of the Darksiders universe, you would think that we would know plenty about this place, or at least as much as we know about the White City, the equivalent realm of the angels. But in all reality, we know next to nothing about it. That being said, here's what we do know. We know that there are 9 hells, based upon a comment made by War's Watcher in Darksiders 1. A setup inspired by Dante's Inferno, the first third of the Divine Comedy, and a hellish configuration common to many fantasy settings. Whether this means that hell is a single realm with 9 layers, like in Dante's Inferno, or is made up of 9 separate but presumably interconnected realms is unknown. We do know that at least one of the hells is your classical take on hell. A blasted barren, heated land full of rocks and crags, blazing skies, and crawling with demons, as this is the general description of hell given in the Abomination Vault novel, when Death and War travel to meet Lilith in her fleshy abode, which is located in hell and inferred to be sort of out in the sticks. We can also infer that the general appearance and description applies to most, if not all, of the hells, as in a snippet from the upcoming Darksiders 3, Fury proclaims that she knows the lair of the Lord of Hollows to be located somewhere within a section of hell, as she recognizes the smell. And his lair has that same kind of barren rock and molten lava kind of feel to it that we would expect from hell. It should be noted that the way she phrases things could be hyperbolic, like, "Oh well, isn't this a nice hell I found myself in," kind of thing. But the Lord of Hollows' response seems to cement the idea that they are in fact somewhere within the 9 hells. It should also be noted that Shadow's Edge, the demonic realm that Samael once ruled over, is specifically noted to be an outpost separate from hell. So, though it shares most of the same physical features shown or described for other hellish locations, it is not in fact actually a part of hell itself.
Next, let's discuss the ruler of Hell, the Dark Prince, Lucifer, Lord of all demonkind. Like Hell itself, very little is known about the Dark Prince. In fact, though his position as the supreme ruler of Hell and all demons is made mention in the games, the fact that he is in fact named Lucifer, and thus presumably, the devil, is only confirmed outside the games from promotional materials and offhand comments by the series' creative directors. In-game, he has been referred to using many of the classical monikers for the devil: the Dark Prince, the Prince of Darkness, the Prince of Lies, etc. He has also never been seen on screen, with his one physical appearance in-game at the end of Darksiders 2 simply portraying him as a disembodied voice that glides out from a completely pitch-black hallway, so we never get a look at his face or even get a body profile. However, we do receive one hint as to his possible appearance. A completely optional challenge exists in Darksiders 2 known simply as the Crucible. The Crucible is a 101-level series of combat matches that grant the player rewards for completing the various tiers, 5 tiers in total. However, to progress through all 101 levels of the Crucible, the player has to progress through the main game as well, earning tarot cards at various points that unlock new tiers of the Crucible. One of those tarot cards is the Devil card. And, knowing from outside sources that the Dark Prince is Lucifer, it can be inferred that this Devil card is a representation of the Dark Prince himself, though we don't technically have any way to be sure. However, following that logic, the demon shown opposite Abaddon in the opening scenes of Darksiders 1, where the eternal war between heaven and hell is discussed, has never appeared anywhere else in the games. He looks similar to Samael, but his wings are too small, and what's more, Samael has never been shown to employ manufactured weaponry. But there is a passing resemblance to the demon shown in the Devil card, so it is possible that if the Devil card is a likeness of the Dark Prince, that the silhouette opposite Abaddon is also the Dark Prince himself.
Finally, let's discuss the Archon. The Archon is an angel, and an incredibly powerful one even before he gets his little power boost. We'll get into that in a bit. Completely unique amongst all the angels shown throughout the Darksiders franchise, even from what snippets of Darksiders 3 that have been released, the Archon is the most obviously divine-looking creature in the whole series, sporting golden, literally glowing skin where visible, standing nearly at maker height, clothed head to toe in whites and golds, and possessing not 2, but 4 feathery wings to bear him aloft. We know that Archon is a title, and that the title of Archon comes with a certain degree of both power and influence, as the 2 Archons we know of are both inferred to be powerful, well-known individuals. But exactly what their place within angelic society is unknown. Similarly, how one becomes an Archon is unknown. A panel from Death's comic, talking about the White City, Heaven's capital, mentions that the city is home to angels and seraphim. While we have never seen a creature specifically denoted as being a seraphim, if the seraphim are some sort of subspecies of angel, it is possible that the Archon himself is a seraphim, as being a slightly different creature would explain all of his seemingly unique features.
The Archon's name is Lucian, and he is the Lord of the Scriptorium, which is a branch of angelic scribes that spends their time cataloging all of the information that Archon Lucian gathers when he, quote, peers into the shadow, which we presume involves the visions that the Archon sees in a kind of scrying pool that is usually found peering into when approached in-game. According to another angel, the size of the library created by this cataloging process is vast beyond measure. It's also worth noting that Samael's realm, Shadow's Edge, is very specifically called a mirror of Lostlight, the realm in which the Archon resides. And as we know that Samael himself has some sort of innate scrying capability, it could be that Archon Lucian is Samael's counterpart in terms of Heaven's counterintelligence services, with each being in charge of probing the other's faction for weaknesses, though that is purely conjecture on our part. In terms of the games, the Archon appears late in Darksiders 2 when Death seeks the Angel Key, half of a set of 2 keys required to open the Well of Souls. Among other things, Archon Lucian is the steward of the key, and so Death seeks him out, traveling to the realm of Lostlight, an angelic outpost far from the White City that specializes in the monitoring of and defense against the darkness. The Archon is, after all, not just a scholar, but a powerful warrior, hardened and honed by millennia of combat. Long story of Death's exploits short, it is eventually revealed that the Archon Lucian played a pivotal, though unknowing role in Abaddon's ascension to power as the Destroyer. For more information on what that's all about, see our video on Abaddon here. Abaddon came to Archon Lucian after Abaddon's defeat on Earth but prior to his transformation, and enlisted the Archon's help as the bearer of the key in partially opening the Well of Souls, thus allowing Abaddon to draw strength from the souls in the well. We infer that this places Lucian under Azrael's purview, as Azrael is the Angel of Death, and tells War in Darksiders 1 that he was duped into helping Abaddon crack open the door to the Well of Souls. Based upon this, we assume that Azrael gave Lucian the order to allow Abaddon to access the well.
But that ended badly in more ways than one. Obviously, Abaddon revealed himself as the traitorous demon monster, but in addition to that, Abaddon's betrayal shattered Archon Lucian's confidence in the world around him. If Abaddon, arguably the greatest champion that Heaven had ever produced, could be turned and corrupted, what did that mean for everyone else? What did that mean for the Archon, for his troops? With these seeds of doubt planted in his mind and heart, corruption found its way into the Archon's soul, twisting and warping his mind until he looked at everyone and everything around him and saw only corrupted souls. And indeed, because of him, he was not entirely wrong. As he slaughtered his way through the angels garrisoned in Lostlight, over whom he was at least a high-ranking officer, if not the de facto ruler, his betrayal and obvious madness led to other angels being corrupted, until much of the realm had fallen to corruption, and the Archon himself fled back to his scrying pool, secure in the belief that he alone remained uncorrupted. Yet, corrupted he was, and in addition to his corruption paranoia, the corruption within him seemed to instill an obsessive protectiveness over the Angel Key, making him act very similarly to Gollum from The Lord of the Rings, with the Angel Key being his equivalent of the One Ring. When Death arrives on the scene sometime later, the Archon convinced Death that the key was lost beyond the corruption in his realm, but told Death that if he retrieved a powerful artifact once belonging to one of Lucian's fallen brethren, another Archon that had died on Earth, Archon Lucian could cleanse the corruption, allowing Death to access the key. When Death returned with the artifact, the Rod of Arafel, Lucian did as he had promised, then encouraged Death to seek out the Scribe, who he knew still wandered the recently purged Citadel, in hopes that the Scribe, who the Archon knew to be corrupted, would slay Death, leaving the Archon with both the powerful Rod of Arafel and the key all to himself. Death eventually discovered the Archon's ruse, however, and when the Archon refused to give up the key, the two fought, and Death slew him, ending yet another fallen, once noble angel's life. A concerning trend for Heaven's future going forward.
And that's basically the story of Hell, the Dark Prince, and the Archon. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave us a like, and if you have ideas for videos you'd like to see us do in the future, do like all of these wonderful people, and let us know in the comments down below. If you'd like to see more videos from us in the fufuture, be they lore or Let's Play, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
In the meantime, this has been True Masters and Morons, signing off.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like it, hit this subscribe orb.
To see our last Let's Play, click or tap the link on the right.
For our last lore video, go to the link on the left.
And for a video chosen by the gods of YouTube from our channel, hit that link on top.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.